The Mi 10 Ultra's biggest selling point, the 120-watt fast charging, isn't a one-of-a-kind feature anymore. This phone, launching on August 17th, will be just as ready to charge fully in 15 minutes. Hi guys, Alina here. Welcome back to Need to Know. This year, more than any year before, companies have been fighting to get their product first out there. We've seen Lenovo and Asus launch their very similar gaming phones on the same day, for crying out loud. And now, Xiaomi and Vivo are at each other's throats. Okay, they're not actually sabotaging one another, but announcing phones in the same week. Mi 10 Ultra came out already, and in a couple of days, its direct rival is gonna show up. What does this mean for you? Well, you've suddenly got a choice between two almost twins. You can buy in a smart way depending on your budget and the market you're looking at. The Mi 10 Ultra's biggest selling point, its 120-watt fast charging, isn't a one-of-a-kind feature anymore. The iQOO 5 coming on August 17th will be just as ready to charge fully in 15 minutes. For those of you who have zero patience like me, that's a godsend. But that's just one of the several features both phones have in common. The iQOO 5 will show up with an AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate like Mi 10 Ultra and most respectable flagships today. And it's going to have a 240Hz touch sampling rate, so it's easily a great contender for best gaming phone of 2020. The phone is gonna be all about speed, by the way. There's talk about a BMW Motorsport version coming out too. While there's no talk of such a collab for Mi 10 Ultra, Xiaomi showed they're targeting this phone for racing games and more through a custom GPU, one you can easily customize, and an improved vapor chamber. Both Mi 10 Ultra and iQOO 5 will run on the top-of-the-line Snapdragon 865, although the Mi 10 Ultra went for the Plus model. And hey, that earned them some extra points in our book. Mi 10 Ultra is also a bit ahead of iQOO 5 when it comes to battery. Xiaomi's phone comes with a slightly bigger cell, the 4500 mAh, while iQOO 5 will probably stick with a 4000 mAh one. Since both phones have decided to go the battery route, promoting fast charging and big battery life, I'd say Mi 10 Ultra doesn't have anything to fear here. But it's the camera and price combo they should wary of. See, the Mi 10 Ultra acts like an Ultra should. Offers the best of everything, including a seriously impressive quad camera and 120 times zoom. But all that comes at a cost. From $900 upwards, a price that's not surprising for Xiaomi, but that will make your pockets bleed a bit. iQOO 5, though, is not that ambitious. This phone will go for a more reasonable price, something that's in line with their strategy, and it's also affordable for us. It's nothing confirmed yet, but if you ask me, their phone will be around $700. That's about $200 more than the previous model that came out this spring. For that money, you'll get a triple camera with a 50-megapixel main shooter, a 13-megapixel wide angle, and a 13-megapixel tele. And don't worry, you'll count on a 20-megapixel selfie camera, which is more than decent if you're not picky about camera quality. So honestly, can Xiaomi Mi 10 Ultra beat iQOO 5? Because we've got plenty of reasons to compare them. From a pure specs view, yes, but barely. From your point of view, the users, yes and no. If you guys have no issue with the price tag, especially because you can get for that 4 cameras and a crazy zoom, Mi 10 Ultra takes the cake. Plus, you have to take into account that this phone will be available internationally. That's not the case of the iQOO 5, at least we don't have that guarantee yet. But if it does, and you don't need more than 3 good cameras anyway, the price tag will surely convince you. We're talking about a couple $100 difference. But hey, that's me thinking out loud here. Tell me, what phone would you go for and why? Oh, and don't forget, subscribe and hit the bell button if you want to see more videos like this. Stay safe, guys!